EDP getting caught again talking to minors and trying to be sexual with children. Who could have seen this coming, besides every single human being in the world with a pulse? The only two certainties in this world are death and EDP looking for cupcakes. Yesterday, it was revealed that he had once again been talking sexually with a minor. Now, I do need to say that this is all currently still just alleged claims here, though there is substantial evidence to suggest that it could be legitimate. I'm inclined to believe what's being presented here because it seems like it's been done thoroughly and through proper channels instead of just being like a YouTuber done investigation for clout. This really does seem like this could lead to real justice being served to EDP, who eluded justice over the last couple of years because of the previous investigation not being done through proper channels. So everything that's going on currently does seem to be legitimate, but it is important to say that they are all currently still allegations that he's been talking inappropriately with an underage girl. Apparently, he also sent nudes of himself to this minor. And I don't know if he sent any pictures of his poop in a toilet bowl this time around, which is his signature anime finishing move.
That's crazy.
Last time, a couple years ago, when he was caught sexting someone he believed to be a child, he sent a picture of his shit in the toilet. And this time around, in season 20 of EDP being a disgusting child predator, we don't have any hard evidence to confirm nor deny the existence of shit pics in his exchange with this child. So I'm sure as the investigation continues, more information will come to light and we'll know for sure. Now, the victim in this situation has come forward publicly, and there are a lot of chat logs that have released from it. I don't know if it's every single exchange they've ever had.
Let me go ahead and pause this. Because what I want to set a ground rule here as to why we're doing this. And honestly, it was some prejudice based off of who Jidion is, preconceived notions about who he is. Now, what I'm saying, I still stand on just a little bit because there's still some troll elements to this. Although he could have been doing good deeds, which I believe there's some good to it. There's still some troll, to this stuff. So my question was, all right, of course, EDP getting caught again, disgusting guy, disgusting work, nasty, all those things. Those people belong in a village, especially if we're not going to take any sort of like actions to truly rehabilitate those types of people. That's wrong. Where I came from in this is, why are we using this for content? Why are we using this for content? Is this content or are we helping here? And we got blasted on the podcast for misinformation. We didn't understand the context, et cetera, et cetera. We got blasted for it. But what I will say to that is, with added context, we're still able to change our minds. We are able to rectify our thoughts, opinions, and views. We can apologize. I hope you will extend that grace for going off that. But it is hard to not have those types of opinions along with, what's rightfully thought, hey, this is wrong, et cetera, et cetera. But it's hard to have those types of opinions, or not to have those types of opinions, when you have Jidion showing up to what seems to be a bust of, EDP, wearing a cupcake suit. And I get it. Your job as a content creator, your job is to troll, your job is to do this, that, and the third. But at some point, something's got to be serious. And I know there's going to be some fans that, it's just a cupcake suit, it's just whatever. But I would think at a serious moment, I wouldn't wear a cupcake outfit. That's just what I'm saying. I could be wrong, though.
Had, or if there's still more. If it is every single exchange they've had, it doesn't seem like there's any shit pics, but you can never be too sure when it comes to EDP's sexting. He really likes to send pictures of his poopy. So what happened? Yesterday, a very big YouTuber named Jidion released a set of pictures as well as a short clip that had him dressed in a cupcake costume while confronting EDP with somebody else there as well. EDP is very upset about it. I'll go ahead and play you the clip.
It's not a fucking joke, man.
I'm just seldom at a loss for words. 2 years ago you were caught
Kiss my ass.
in 4K trying to meet a 13-year-old. And
Really?
I'm not talking to you. He's talking to
Really,
you.
my nigga, this is bullshit, man, that y'all pulling right now?
When I initially saw this, I thought there was a small chance that this could all just be some kind of prank video that was being staged here. But then I started to think rationally, and I came to the conclusion, what kind of fucking deranged individual would willingly lean into being a pedophile? Now, I know EDP has tried many bold tactics to squeak out of everything that's happened over the last 2 years. One of the most outrageous, outlandish claims I've ever heard is that all of it was just method acting for a role that he was playing. And I did think for a second this could be another example of that, but you'd have to be unhinged to like the highest level, like literally Arkham Asylum insane, to do something like this as a joke. Not only on EDP's part, but on Jidion's part, as well as the other YouTuber there. His name is Skeeter Gene. This would be diabolical to fake something like this. Skeeter is a self-proclaimed Chris Hansen impersonator who is a vigilante predator hunter. Now, I'm sure most of you are a little concerned hearing that because in the past, you may know that vigilante predator hunters usually stand in the way of getting justice for the predators they catch. Authorities can't often use the information or investigation that the vigilante predator hunters accumulated. It just gets thrown out, which leads to the pedophiles facing no consequence. They don't get arrested. It's why EDP isn't in jail right now, because the last time he was caught, it was all conducted by YouTubers and authorities wiped their ass with the entire case. But with Skeeter Gene Hansen, from everything I've seen on his channel, and keep in mind, I'm only just now being made aware of him, so I haven't seen everything he's ever done, but from the bits that I've seen, he actually does collaboratively work with law enforcement and has actually conducted investigations that led to arrests for some of the predators that he was investigating.
And that's a W on his part. I'll say this. That's a W on Skeeter Gene's part. Getting those people out of the way, et cetera, like that. That's a W on his part. Where people were getting caught up is the fact that, somehow, and based off of just small stuff that they consume, small bits and pieces of content that they consumed, they could not understand why or for what reason we had connections with Jidion in this situation. It just looked random. It looked really random to throw Jidion in this situation for whatever reason. Didn't understand it. No explanation. Just a clip of Jidion, a fat suit, and for most of us would look like to be a guy, but ultimately being Skeeter Gene.
So it seems like he's actually doing this the proper way, with the proper authorities, through the right channels, and getting justice. So I'm optimistic that this was all done the right way. An important thing to note is that the picture of Jidion and Skeeter confronting EDP directly, as well as the clips that are surfacing from it, are not part of a sting operation. They didn't lead some kind of, false narrative or anything, or try and bait EDP to meet them somewhere under the guise of meeting up with a child or anything like last time. They didn't try and catch him in Operation Cupcake Crusader 2.0. They just knew where he was going and wanted to confront him directly for the way he was conducting himself with another child, with the sexual messages they were allegedly exchanging. So Jidion went there dressed as a cupcake, obviously making fun of him. Skeeter went there with chat logs and bringing those to him directly, and they weren't like entrapping him or anything. That piece, that clip and the pictures, was just a piece of making fun of him to his face and confronting him. So they apparently are actually building up a real case with law enforcement against him. So everything in person that they did is totally separate from that, I believe. Jidion actually came on my stream last night when I was...
Okay. So we now have confirmation that was not a part of a sting operation, and that specific clip, there is no content. I mean, there is no law enforcement involved. How on the back end they might be building something bigger and better, but what we saw was pure content. Shout out to Alexis. That is not. I don't know what this dinosaur is. That is not my shit. Yeah, but that's pure content so far. Pure content.
Going over this situation to further explain it. So I'm going to let him lay down exactly what happened.
With this case, he actually talked to a 15-year-old girl.
Like a real one, not like a decoy?
No, like a real legit, like 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's not super shocking. A lot of people don't remember this, but he had a history of communicating inappropriately with minors way before that sting operation. So if that's true, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
When we did this, like, we actually did this like a month ago. So I've been sitting on this for like a month and a half. But I was fully expected to like hold on to this for a year and then drop it. The only reason I dropped it today was because the victim, she went public with everything, and it kind of like threw me off because I was like, oh fuck, like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But when I talked to her after she did it, she was like, yeah, the cop said it's all good and stuff. So I was just like, oh, okay. So I dropped it too, but I'm most likely probably gonna be going to court with her because
Oh, what? Wait, what?
yeah, so like I'm kind of like involved with the case now. Like the authorities, like they have my number and everything. They haven't contacted me yet.
Okay. So was this like a investigation you conducted with like a team? Did you work collaboratively with the police? Like what exactly is all of it?
I tried to do an interview with him back in early July, but he phase drugged me and he was like, "Oh, you gotta pay me." When we talked, he wasn't talking about paying and stuff. So I was like, "Bro, I'm not about to pay a fucking pedo." And so he left, but he joined my Discord, and the girl was in my Discord, and that's how he found her. And he messaged her because she had all of her social media in her Discord stuff.
This all sounds. Did you ever like contact authorities about it? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Well, so the thing about it is like I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
she did it. So what she did was she contacted my mods, and my mods told me, and then I hopped on a call with her. And the first thing I did was I was like, "Let me talk to your mom." So I talked to her mom. Her mom was aware of everything, and so once I got situated, uh, she sent me everything, and then I gave it over to Skeet because he's a professional with this.
Mm-hmm. The girl he was talking to, was she doing this to try and catch him, or was she?
So he hit her up. So he hit
Okay.
her first. So that's the thing. Like, if she would have hit him up first, I don't know the legality of it. Either way, like he said, dick pics her, so he's fucked in that case. I'm not gonna lie, we caught him lacking at the dialysis center. Don't ask me how. I knew he was gonna be there, but
What? We caught him lacking at the dialysis center. It's crazy. I want to ask y'all something. So, from what we're hearing right now, this sounds like some legitimate stuff. Jidion did his homework. He did his research. He had a good claim. So, W for that. Hold on, let me see if the round of applause is. W for that. W for that. And I will go ahead and say that we can go ahead and take back some of the assumptions that we had last night for Let's Keep It a Buck. I'm gonna continue to let this play because I still want to know about catching them lacking at the dialysis center. But W for that. I want to make it known. And if you look into a lot of these cases, a lot of these situations when it involves these types of people, look at the punishments that they get. Hey, yo, look at the punishments that they get. Look at the access that they have. A lot of them go back to doing the same stuff, especially the ones that are specifically not in some strange situation like a Romeo Juliet type situation. I'm legitimately talking about those that actively seek young girls, young boys. Those people relapse. This is not out the ordinary. And I know for a lot of people that are finding this out, it's not out the ordinary for there not to be any harsh punishments. Some of these people just get a couple years in prison and then a couple years on not a couple years on probation, but a time on probation, a time on a registry, and they keep it pushing with their lives. There's this whole stereotype and ideology that all the time they have to go and let you know that they're moving into the neighborhood and you get to have a say so if they move into the neighborhood. That's not the case. Some of these things have limitations. Hey, you only got to be on this registry for 6 months. You only got to be on this registry for a year and some change, 2 years, whatever the case may be. And from my understanding, the last time that he got caught, EDP didn't have like real punishments like that.
No, we caught him lacking.
So that clip that you showed, that's
Caught
not
him
him
lacking
going
at
somewhere to
dialysis,
try and
though.
meet that girl.
No.
Okay.
No.
I would just
Okay,
hope that justice would finally be served, because he's skirted away from that for a while.
And that's the thing that I wanted to do with this. Like, that's why I was so willing to wait like a year, because I was afraid that it would have messed up the investigation.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is actually getting justice as opposed to like the content of it. So hopefully this
Exactly.
leads to a legitimate case against him, because he is not safe to be around children in any way, shape, or form. So that's pretty much all that's known about what is going on at the moment. It sounds like this wasn't a planned sting operation. This was EDP doing what he does best, talking inappropriately with children, and the victim alerted Jidion, who alerted Skeeter Gene Hansen, who alerted authorities, and are now all Jesus, I am really struggling with that word today. That shit is really making it difficult for me. I'm fumbling it. Collaboratively with law enforcement to build a case against him and hopefully pursue real justice for someone that is, for too long now, been allowed to continue preying on children. So, after hearing kind of the general outline of everything, I'm optimistic that A, it's all done properly, B, it's all real, that this isn't some big ruse, some kind of giant joke. Again, I think that would be extraordinarily evil and ridiculous if this does all turn out to be fake, which I don't think it is. And 3, the most important, that this entire investigation leads to real justice. So EDP can no longer keep preying on the children in his audience. It's just, for too long, he has been able to continue coming back like this reoccurring villain. How many times do you have to teach you this lesson, old man type shit?
Yeah.
I compared him to the box ghost. Just this fucking cartoonish villain that keeps coming back, keeps getting defeated, but no real consequences. So just comes back again later on, making another cameo. It's been happening for 2 years.
And for those that don't understand probably why he keeps getting away with this, and I don't know the details to specifically be what happened in the original, but what I do know is in some of these situations, how you obtain that information matters. If they obtain it illegally, then some of this stuff might be thrown away. So I'm glad that it seems that Jidion has turned this over to somebody who's done this multiple times before, and they can handle, Skeeter Gene and his team, or if it's himself or whatever, can go about getting this information carefully so that they don't do anything to mess with it, so that when presented in like a court type setting, they can go ahead and they can get this guy off the street and actually charge him, as opposed to, oh, well, you obtained this illegally, we can't use this, and if we can't use this, we don't have a leg to stand on. If we don't have a leg to stand on, he's back doing what he's doing, although this person has been spent here. But I'm telling you, I recently watched that Jared Subway doc. These folks do not get... It's not what people think. It's not what people think. Everything in America is not what people think. They're not as harsh as you want to be. I saw somebody, in the comments saying, should these types of people end up being, like taken off the face of the earth or whatever the case may be, that doesn't happen. Jared is gonna be out of jail, prison or whatever before I'm like 33 or whatever. Some outrageous time before that. It's not gonna be a long time. And if you look at the stuff they were doing, boy, they were doing some crazy stuff. But so it just doesn't work like that. Sadly, it doesn't work like that. But hopefully we can get on the first steps to seeing justice in this situation.
Years. So hopefully this will finally be the case where EDP no longer gets to do these kind of awful things. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this, and I'm going to keep my finger on the pulse of this story to see what's going on with all of it. That's about it. So yeah.
And I know that there's like a video. Whoa. I know that there's a video of Jidion in the not press conference, but in the behind the scenes in a
I'm not hiding away.
What's that thing called? A Discord group chat, and he's talking about the events that transpired and stuff like that. But But we also know how Twitch feels about, Jidion. So we won't be showing too much of him.
Back in the news and,
Won't be showing too much of him. And I wish I could even show this playback video, but there's a lot in this playback video that has to do with him. Matter of fact, yeah, he's a lot in this playback video. We do get to hear from the young girl, so I will play that. Let me play that from the playback video. But sadly, there's too much of him in there, so.
Really communicating with other,
Kayla, and I am unfortunately EDP's victim. I am 16 and turning 17, and EDP first started talking to me when I was 15. He messaged me first, and I told him my age, and he didn't block me. I didn't really know who he was. I remember seeing him back in like 2021, but all I knew was that he was caught in a predator catch before. I didn't really know that he was friends with Tyler, the creator, or any of these other people. There's actual messages of me telling my age to him several times, and there's voice messages of other victims that he groomed.
I mean, regardless of the situation, Kayla, I don't give a fuck. Like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna ruin your life. Well, if you think that you can ruin that bitch any more than what it's already been ruined, you go right the fuck ahead. Be my fucking guest, bitch. As a matter of fact, motherfucker, I'll get front row tickets to see this fucking shit, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, I really don't give a shit anymore. You know what I mean?
You guys are probably gonna be like, oh, Kayla, why are you agreeing with him? Well, the thing is, I had
Some random ass bitch claiming, this is from him, she's gonna ruin my life talking, she's 17 and she's gonna leak convos we had. Well, bitch, do you? I don't give a fuck no more. This is her saying, if she's in Vegas and she's over 16, she's over the age of consent. Also, there's some creepy ass guy outside my house in my neighborhood screaming, hey, I think she's in California or some bullshit. The fuck? Stacy is wild. What's her Instagram name? I want to see what she looks like. I bet she's blonde.
to, so that he wouldn't get mad at me. He threatened me from the beginning. Like, I was scared for my life at this point. I still am a little bit. He sent me nudes several times. He sent me videos of him nutting. He even suggested of being on call with me and me seeing him
Wait, what did that say? Blocked his number and the news. Since the day you messaged me, I've been dreaming about sliding my way.
Suggested of being on call with me. And
I'm glad that was blocked. I'm glad right there that was blocked. That was kind of crazy. Y'all gonna have to watch the playback video for that one. Cause she is 16. What? Way motherfucking yo. That's crazy. That's super crazy. Yeah, we don't need to see none of that, dog.
Me seeing him nut. I'm a very public person. I'm a model. I have modeled for several brands before. I also make music. I do know that he's subscribed to my YouTube. He would always make really weird sexual notes. He would, I know for a fact he has pictures of not me, but other victims saved on his phone, vomit at everything that he was telling me. But I didn't. I kept this going because this has to be the last victim that he has. He can't just be going around and talking to other minors. Set him up in any sort of meetup.
Hey,
he would
shout
kill
out to
me
Mercy
and
Students
everybody else
Beats.
there.
But I'm telling you right now, if you fuck me over, if this shit goes wrong in any fucking way, shape, or form, give your soul to the Lord.
Whoa.
Because your ass belongs to me.
It's people, quote unquote, don't love
Yeah, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Shouts out to Samson in the building. Yo, Samson. I got a question, Samson. And I know this is crazy based off of what we just heard. Samson, can I play a video featuring Jidion? Because I'm trying to figure out how Twitch works. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to figure out how it works. I'm trying to figure out if I can play a video. In this playback video, they have Jidion. Oh, okay, I can. Okay, just not live. Kobe also said the same thing. Is this Kobe? Shouts out to Kobe, too. All right, cool. Then we're going to continue this playback video. Yeah, him just saying that I'm going to eat your soul or end your soul or whatever the case may be. Again, I don't have too much crazy stuff to say. Dude is nasty. Buddy is like disgusting damn, Samson just little big bro me. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
Do
him.
y'all see this nigga right here? Nah, that's crazy, bro. He said in the most humblest of ways, like, only if you big time for real, like, not you little guys, like, nah. You little guys, y'all don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's up, PK? That was crazy, dog. That was nuts. My little ass 60 viewers, right? My little 59. Shouts out to 59 in the building, y'all. He said, yeah, he did pat me on my head. You're gonna get there one day. But yeah, EDP is nasty. I watching this don't tell me too much. What? Okay, thank you, Samson. Watching like EDP say this stuff, it don't really tell me much. Like, I'm not surprised that a nasty man is saying nasty things. Get him off the streets. Get him off the streets. Straight up. I just want to know Jidion's involvement. And it's sad that we have to dissect this so hard to test if there's legitimacy in this. I wish we didn't have to, but sadly we have to. Sadly, we have to. Nobody look in my eye.
Pedophile.
Just the horror of hearing
Just
that
the horror.
from that nigga.
The horror. So she goes on and talks about other experiences and stuff like that, and like there's very damning screenshots. I'll be honest with you, playback. I don't know if we'll be able to put that, and they're very descriptive screenshots of text of things that he was saying to her. Some of the screenshots is him actually identifying himself. I don't know if I can see you because you're 16 and you're not going to turn 17 until XYZ date. So very clearly that unless this is somebody else that she's speaking to, that she decided to put EDP's real number on. But even then, like, there's obviously audio and video of him.
The video is what blew my mind. This nigga doesn't give a fuck. That's a sign of a nigga that doesn't give a fuck, because he can't even say that's not me.
Yeah, it's very clearly you.
It was you.
It's very clearly
you can't even front about it no more. So he just doesn't give a fuck. I guess, like, bro, everything about this nigga just made me sad and mortified at the same time.
And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about when we first reported.
We got that, agent.
Very
Thank you.
serious when I tell you I'll play back some of these screenshots that she has on this nigga is very disgusting. But let's see what Jidion has to say about it too.
There we go.
The reason I'm here today, I could talk about it because the victim went public. So what happened was, when EDP joined my Discord, when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram.
And we might be nitpicking. Can I ask y'all, chat? As soon as Jidion found out that EDP wasn't going to do the interview, should he have not just straight kicked him out? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the way that the things lined up. I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying there was any corroboration. I'm not saying that he let this stuff slide. I'm not saying that at all. But would you have just straight kicked him out once you found out he was doing the interview? He wasn't going to do it. Kick him out. Maybe he thought his mods kicked him out. That's also,
So
possibility
EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates contact with her.
He could've made
Now,
a fake account.
the thing about this one is this wasn't it. I'm sad to report. Though actually, I'm happy / sad to report. But he slid in an actual 15-year-old's DMs. Like, no joke. The girl is legit 15 years old, and he slid in her DMs. So that's why this situation is so much more delicate than everything else, right? So fast forward a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key put EDP on, chat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to use this as I got you. I don't want to. I'm not taking this time to do anything like that. That's crazy to say. That's crazy to say. And I know who I'm dealing with. That's why, shouts out to the 62 in the building. That's why I'm trying to really understand what's going on. Because I know who I'm dealing with, and I have to investigate stuff like that. I have to investigate stuff like that. That's crazy to say.
Man's with EDP. If it wasn't for me trying to do the interview with him, he would have never found her Discord, and he would have never found her IG. So, chat, I'm going to jail with EDP. I had W Riz, but just the wrong Riz.
In his Discord, EDP was about to go to his Discord to then have an interview. He did not know it was Jidion. Jidion didn't join as a troll, thinking that he was a fan, and then he popped up at the last second and said, "Oh no, it's me. Look."
Yeah, man. So is the allegations true, bro? Like, I'm just really trying to figure out.
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Wait, do you actually have a lawyer working on the process and shit?
I don't say shit. Lawyer.
Yeah, because you're gonna be like ratting on yourself, you know. You can't be snitching on yourself.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
But like, I feel like people are just trying to set you up at this point. Like, I don't.
Even the other dudes in the chat, like, I don't know. Consecration is consecration. I'm also looking at this. This looks like Keneal right here in the top right. And I don't know who Buddy is down bottom left, but they seem to be joking about it. And if everybody's cool with them joking about it, I see the chat on the top right. They're joking about it. Everybody's joking about it. That's cool. I would think that this situation is just a little bit more serious than joking about it. Somebody's gonna call me hypercritical. Somebody's gonna say that I'm overdoing it. I'm just saying.
I don't know like what's going on, but like it doesn't even seem real at this point. You know what I mean?
They are.
Did you piss somebody off to like set them up like that? Because like, why would somebody want to set you up? Like, they gotta have some personal beef with you.
Well, something you have to understand, and I've been, I'm not trying to come off as condescending, so I apologize. This is something that I've told people this way, like about a few years ago.
Do I make the reveal?
Is it time? I can't hear it. Is it time?
When you
Chat, do I make the reveal
do
yet?
something that you're passionate about that other people can't do, you know what I mean, at your level, you know what I mean, they start making up shit and they start trying to make your life as miserable as they possibly can. And that's what, and that's basically all this is, dude. I mean, hate, jealousy, you know what I mean? That's
So,
what it is.
What do you do with that hate?
I mean, me personally,
That's what he does. What's up, Brian?
He's not sorry. He doesn't care.
Whoa.
Everything about him is just like he doesn't care. And that's actually probably the biggest reason why, like, the nigga just needs to get off the streets, bro. Like, he clearly.
Hey, Caleb, brush through that one. Caleb, brush through that edit right there. Yeah, nah, I don't know what my brother's about to say. Yeah, clearly there's no remorse. There's no remorse in what he's saying. There's no remorse. That guy, Caleb brushed through that edit right there. He trying to get that video out. I feel it. It's an easy 1 out of 10. Yeah, there's no remorse. He's not sad about anything or anything like that. But he is just living his life. Fuck it. Just living his life, loving what the fuck is going on, and doesn't want to take accountability. Sounds like a criminal to me. He does need to be locked up. Do y'all think that Jidion went too far? Is a question that always is sticking in the back of my mind. I would love for them to ask questions. A lot of this looks like it's for clicks. And the other question is, clicks at the expense of what, somebody that touches kids? Like, is that okay? Is that perfectly fine to do? That's not for me to answer. That's up for you guys to answer. I don't know.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's now at a point where he's not remorseful. There's no second thought to it. I'm just doing this shit.
Yeah, I don't care what
I'm just fucking doing it, bro. I'm so bold that I'm sending.
Yeah, I don't necessarily care what playback has to say. But eventually the whole video will come out. Eventually the entire video will come out, and we will truly get an understanding if there's, actual stuff that Jidion is trying to do in this situation. He's trying to really figure out what's going on, get to the bottom, get to the meat and the potatoes of the situation, or if it's more on the content side. And you can do both. Somebody, Bezos asked last night, is there a problem with doing both? Because now, from my understanding, and I could have assessed it wrong, I could be totally assessing it wrong, But at this point, I'm trying to figure out what even is Jidion's involvement in this entire situation. All right, we understood that he held the space for the interview to happen. The interview didn't happen. And in his own Discord is where he found a 15-year-old girl, right? All right. The 15-year-old girl comes out and is now speaking. The 15-year-old girl is now out. She's speaking on the situation. She's talking about what happened. And she's working with the police. And I would think that, okay, Jidion, pass this to, pass this to Skeeter John because you have the connection, and then kind of move out the way. And maybe it's the way the internet has put this, but there's a lot of attention centering his name. There's attention centering the person committing the crime, right? That's fine too. And if they're using, Jidion for eyes, that's fine as well, I guess. But I don't know. It just seems like, okay, I can say that I can attach my name to this, and I can also, get this guy off the streets, and that'll be my justification. Like I said earlier, seeing Neon, and I'm gonna pull it up since I know what I can show now. Since I know exactly what I can show now, I'm gonna start pulling stuff up a little bit more. But I saw Neon the other day, and he was with, I guess his homeboys or whatever the case may be, and he literally showed off that he was feeding a homeless person. And I keep saying this because, okay, Neon's feeding a homeless person. That's fine. But are we doing this with good intentions, or are we doing this because we need clicks and views?
No, I don't need.
Yeah, cut hair, get clothes.
No.
No?
Right now,
No, okay, no hair. We can buy you some clothes?
no. No, I don't need.
No clothes?
No, I don't need.
Are you sure, man?
No, I don't need.
I can get you some more.
Yes?
More clothes. New clothes.
Clothes.
Clothes. New.
No, I don't need.
Okay, you're good.
Because all I need is over the bike. Yeah.
You got everything you need.
Do you have Cash App?
Do
Do you have Cash App? Cash App?
Cash App, what is it?
Do you have a phone? Phone?
Telephone. Yes, but my ID is break.
Asking a homeless person, does he have Cash App? And I get it. It's through the assistance. It's through the assistance.
Have a great day. Oh, he's eating it. Give me cash? Cash?
I don't have any cash.
Look at this.
All right, God bless.
God bless, sir. Have a great day. Oh, he's eating it. Give me cash? Cash?
I don't have any.
He's eating it. He's eating it. He's eating it. He's eating it. Yes, I'm Lowe's brother. He's eating it. I don't know if I need to say too much more to that. He's eating it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. Literally that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Stupid. Dumb. Ignorant. I don't know. Maybe I'm too caught up in that online content creation sphere, and it's the lines are so blurred again, and it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm falling too deep, but he's eating it. He's eating it. Come on, bro. That's kind of insane.